rough, girl. What am I saying? What am I saying? Hey guys, don't mind me. I'm looking rough because I'm feeling rough. I'm going to show you what the room looks like before we do anything to it. I should have recorded yesterday. We were sanding the room, but honestly, you don't need to see that. Anyway, the room that we're gonna move into, this room right here, is a lot bigger. I think it's like twice the size of our current room. We're trying to do like an office bedroom split so that I can have a better workspace and then a bigger living space. So let me just show you around the room and what it looks like really quick. I'm standing in front of this door that gives me some natural daylight. Oh, hi, Udon. Udon. Wait, come in. Watch out, wires. Come here. Can you make it? Come on. Yeah. So, we have this door. Later on, I am going to fix this door. It's not a priority for us right now. It is very old as well. We're going to fix it. But I mean, right now, it's not presenting a current issue. So I'm just going to leave it alone. We have this door to close it to. Getting rid of this. So it's double doored, which is nice. And then over here, we have a window, which is pretty much useless at this point. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello. Hi. You want to come in? No. Run. It's just King. Okay, so this is, you can see it a little bit better. That's our window right now. It's blocked off because we have the AC unit right there. I either want to extend this window and make it a little bit bigger, or I just want to open up that wood part so that we have extra fresh air coming in. The thing that does take priority right now are the floors. The floors, the floors right now is the thing that is bugging me the most because straight up, it looks like someone peed all over it. That's what I've been telling Kang and Mindy. Did you pee all over it, Udon? Hey, did you pee all over these floors? It looks like your pee. We are replacing these floors with wood because this bothers me to my core. After that, we're gonna change the molding as well because the molding is also really old and really dirty and we just need to change it. Alright, so to start things off, we're going to use this patching product to fill in all the holes in the wall. Basically just paste it on like that and then try to smooth it out to the best of your ability. If it's not smooth, that's okay. You can always go back and sand it later when it dries down. Then I went ahead and I applied blue tape on the edges so that it would be easier for us to paint. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen my stories about how our first day of painting did not go so well. Total disclaimer here, you guys might not be seeing what I was seeing because of the camera settings. It's a lot brighter, and also my white balance may have not picked up how pink it was. However, I did get second opinions, second, third, fourth, maybe fifth opinions, and everyone did say it was like pinkish, purpley-ish, mauve-y, which was not what I was going for at all. I'm going to interrupt the vlog for a quick second just to let you guys know, in case you were curious, the name of the paint that we bought was Suede Beige. Based on the name, the swatch itself, I really thought it was going to be a neutral beige, kind of tannish color. That wasn't the case, but spoiler alert, I'll let you guys know now that we did go back to Home Depot and they gave us an even exchange and they fixed the color for us and we got a different color. So it all worked out in the end. It's purple! I like it. I hate it! I'm so mad! What the shit is this? Interrupting once again to show you guys a better perspective of what we were actually seeing. So the color that's mainly throughout the wall is Suede Beige, and then the color in the center where it looks kind of brownish, that's the new color that we tried out. That's what we wanted. Clearly, it's not as pink. Alright, so yesterday was a fail. We didn't paint the room because we kept getting the wrong color. Yeah. Today we're going to try again, and we have some friends that are going to help us, so hopefully it goes by really quick. Okay, so this is the second color that we got. The shade name is actually so cute. It's called Eiffel For You, like the Eiffel Tower. Very, very cute. And this is exactly the color that we wanted. It turned out a lot more neutral, beigey, kind of had that cooler undertone as well. At first I didn't want it to be too cool. Beiges are really tricky because you can either look too poopy and green, or you can get what we had, which was too pink and borderline nursery. So it was a really hard balance, but we found the one. Once again, it's called I Fell For You.
This is the life of Annie, and TMZ, hire me. Hi.
So into the next day, we took off the tape, we were done with painting, so now we moved on to flooring. This was pretty exciting because it made a total difference in our room. The brand that we used was Traffic Master. You can find it at Home Depot, and I'll link it down below. For the actual DIY installation, this was my first time ever seeing and doing this. Good thing Kang's dad has already done this before, so he kind of came over and showed us the ropes, and he helped us with a lot of it. In addition to buying the wood, you also have to buy what's called an underlayment, which is what you see me laying out. It's the white foam that you put underneath. That's just to kind of hold everything. There's no glue required. I'm probably not the best person to explain this process. I'm just a wannabe Bob the Builder. So if you want to know more about how to actually properly install laminate flooring, you should probably check out homedepot.com. They have a tutorial on there as well. Even though this brand that we chose was one of the more affordable ones to select from, it still came out to be our biggest investment when it came to the entire renovation at about $23 per box, 99 cents per square foot. This came out to a total of close to $300. But to be honest with you, it makes such an amazing difference. Just check out this before and after that. It makes everything very much worth it. The final step I did not record us actually working on, but I wanted to talk about anyway because the molding is one of those things. It reminds me of lashes in makeup. So it's like you can complete a look with or without lashes, but it just looks better with lashes. So that's kind of how I feel towards molding. First, we selected the floor molding, which we knew was essential because it actually held down the laminate wood flooring that we put down. Because it's on the floor, we picked just like a really simple, affordable one at 67 cents per linear foot. You can go and just kind of check out what selections they have and see for yourself. But once again, we were just going with the affordable option. And then for the ceiling, it's called a crown. That one is a little bit more visible, obviously, since it's on top, and so it does cost a little bit more. We went with the one that cost $1.12. Still looked really beautiful and really added a nice finishing touch to our walls. For this process, once again, I didn't record it, and that was also because we ran into a lot of hiccups while doing it. You have to be really careful about the way that you cut it so that it lines up and matches each other. That was our main issue. And then once you have the cutting and the measurements done correctly, you would just get a nail gun and punch it in. And that's pretty much it. But again, what do I know? I'm just wannabe Bob the Builder. On to the next phase of our renovation. We wanted to build a new outlet in the room because we were very limited with just one, and then we also wanted to replace this center light with 3 receding lights in the ceiling. And so in order to do that, we had to call in our expert, Kang's brother-in-law Kevin, because otherwise I would have probably burned the whole house down trying to figure out all the electrical things and whatnot. I will try to link some of these items down below. I will advise you guys to please don't try this unless you really know what you're doing. You could seriously electrocute yourself and hurt yourself. It is no joke. And also take all the safety precautions if you do choose to do this. Once again, I'm really not the best person to explain this process, but I can tell you in simple terms and simple steps that basically Kevin went ahead and drilled 3 identical circles into the ceiling. That would be where the light fixtures ended up being installed. He also found a way to work them all to the center where the wires were. I don't know, he connected this color with that color. It worked. It was great. Nobody got electrocuted. And it turned out to be a very beautiful touch to our room, and now we have great lighting in there. Okay, installing a brand new outlet was Such a mission, such a struggle. Kevin had to go and poke so many holes in the walls and in the ceilings. We ended up having to patch those up later. I didn't record a lot of this process because it was messy and I wanted to make sure I gave him enough space to work. It took quite some time, but now I have two sources of power in my room and we could easily just add an extension cord if we need to plug in more items. So we're on to the last and final day of work on the room, and basically we're covering up the window that was originally there because we didn't want to be creepers and look into my aunt's room, so we covered it up with drywall. I'm just applying a paste to patch it all together, and then later on I will sand it. Since we created so many holes yesterday in the walls, we also had to patch those up. Once that paste is dry, I went ahead and sanded it down so that there were no crazy bumpy edges. This was actually really ironic and kind of counterproductive, as you're going to see in this next clip right here. So our original wall has like this texture to it, and the wall that we put in is just like a regular smooth drywall. And so now what we're trying to do is match the texture of our old wall to the one that we put in today. There's this can that we got at Home Depot. It basically is like a texture material. We're supposed to spray it on and then knock it down to create this exact weird bumpy pattern. I personally like the smooth wall, but I only found out recently that people pay for the wall texture. I guess it's like a look. And so we're gonna go for that look. We tested this outside in the backyard earlier. It basically comes out in like this weird foam, and then we use this tool, it's called the knockdown knife, and we just go like that, and then boom, bumpy texture. Shake can, we did. Okay, spray in a circular motion. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's see.
Circular.
Oh well.
Circles.
Let me try this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna listen to the instruction and do circular then. Okay, hold on. Gonna get messy. So this is after I spray it on, and then this is some of the ones that I knocked down. So we're gonna do that a couple more times. It actually really does look similar to my wall, so I think we're on the right track. I think it looks legit if you ask me. So I'm just going over it with a really light touch, light pressure. Because if you press down any harder, it's just going to smooth it out, and that's not the look that you want. So, I'm gonna go with that. So I'm kind of noticing that when the splatter is a little bit more thin, like up here, then it spreads out a little bit more, but when I have a thick blob, then it kind of comes into a thick blob too, so. Oh. Okay, that was a fail. It's just kind of a mission, but it's working. Okay friends, after struggling with this bottle for a hot minute, I did finally eventually finish, and then I kind of left it alone because I needed for it to dry before I can go back and paint over it. Initially, when this dried up, Kang and I were like, you know what, let's go to bed, let's get some rest, let's do painting and touch-ups tomorrow. But out of nowhere, we got this crazy burst of energy, and we ended up finishing the room that night. We painted that drywall, and then we painted up areas that we felt needed to be touched up. And then came the biggest struggle of them all, painting the ceiling. You guys, painting the ceiling was no joke. We had to tag team because I physically couldn't handle it. And even watching back this video right now as I'm editing it, I'm pretty traumatized and I can still feel the pain.
but you know what they say, no pain, no gain. I forgot to mention this, but we also popped out the wood in the AC, so we have an open window now with a lot of fresh air. Now that our transformation is complete, let's take a look back at where we started. Honestly, you guys, when I first saw this room, I was so overwhelmed by all the changes that I knew we had to make, but honestly, it really helped to take things one step at a time, one day at a time. Asking for help also really helps. So if you have someone in your family or you have friends who are handy, get them in on the fun too and just kind of do this little project together. I really hope you guys enjoyed this journey and part 1 of this room transformation. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I want to share a preview of part 2 and what's to come. I will be decorating my room, and if you're interested in seeing that, then don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss when I upload. I will link all my social channels down below so we can connect and be friends, and thank you so much guys for watching. See you on the next one!